Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everybody. We are from Group 5. We'll present the topic lexical cohesion. And my teams are Khairuni Savitri, Tresna Nurandini, and me, Genta, and also I'm Asilmi Mahrudin. And then the first I will deliver about the by the introduction about the lexical cohesion itself. Cohesiveness of the idea and a text is the ultimate goal of any writing practices and also the spoken things, and it shows the semantic links of one clause and to the other clause in a sentence that refers the ideas to the sentence itself. It is based on Holiday and Hassan, who also claim that a coherent relationship exists between the semantic interpretation of one piece of text is dependent on another piece of the another text. In an almost similar meaning, Yule argues that cohesion is the tie or a bridge and connection of the ideas that exist within the text. Therefore, cohesion would provide insights into how the writers structure what they want to convey to the readers or the listeners. And then Haliday and Hassan also suggested that the idea of the role, vocabulary, and grammar in building a text. And also cohesion can be both lexical and grammatical or lexical cohesion. And lexical cohesion itself is the term used to describe the cohesive effect produced by the selection of the vocabulary. And as a result, lexical cohesion is concerned with the relationship that exists between words that have meaning or semantic meanings. And then Holiday Hassan actually also distinguish the two types of lexical cohesion. The first one, actually, it will be delivered in the next section. Generally speaking, collocation and the other type is refers to the way that specific words are used in together in the text itself. And then next, it will be the definition of lexical cohesion that will be delivered by Khairunisa. So Khairunisa, time is yours.
Thank you, Kak Genta, for the chance. So, as what have been explained by Kak Genta, that today we are going to discuss about the lexical cohesion, in which it is about the meaning in text. It concerns the way in which lexical items such as noun, adverb, adjective, and others relate to each other and other cohesive device that so that textual continuity is created. So we can see there are several definitions from the expert. So we can conclude that with the lexical cohesion, we can achieve the continuity of the text and the meaning in discourse. The lexical cohesion is the type of cohesion that arises from semantic relations among the words. The language content, so that the language content must be chosen correctly as an essential piece to develop the meaningful discourse. Therefore, the meaning of the text is influenced by the selection of vocabulary. With this definition, we can infer that the lexical cohesion deals with the cohesion through meaning. So, for example, one sentence in question, that is, can you tell me where to stay in Jakarta? And someone replied, I've never been to the place. So the word place here refers to Jakarta only in this context. It means a specific place that belongs to Jakarta. However, we can use the word place in other sentences that refers to other place around other place or location around the word. So thus, these general nouns such as the place is quite general, but when it is used in a sentence with the previous specific word, then the meaning could be more specific, such as place means Jakarta. So in conclusion, lexical cohesion is the cohesive effect that is achieved by the selection of vocabulary to make meaning. How the lexical items make meaning. The lexical cohesion actually has several types and functions that will be explained by Tresna. Tresna, time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Kanisa, for the change. And then after this, we're going to talk about the functions of lexical cohesions. Many linguists and the authors continue to hold the view that only lexical cohesiveness can increase the coherence of a document. As a result, it is possible for a text that lacks lexical consistency yet to be more coherent, even though the terms cohesiveness and coherence are sometimes used interchangeably in literary context. Their exact relationship is still up for debate. In arranging short, dense sentences for speech productions, and in grammatical and lexical elements have semantic relationship. And for the lexical cohesion itself, it serves two purposes. First, it links words and phrases together inside text. Subsequently, it can be further divided to denote repetitions, synonyms, superordinate, and generic terms. And second, it is used to denote the co-occurrence of words with similar meanings in the same context, according to the Halliday and Hassan, 1976. We can infer from the previous explanations that lexical coherence is one of a language key characteristic and can be found in both spoken and written text. It is also with regards of the language structures used in all literary works. Lexical cohesions can occasionally be found in variety of writing products, such as like articles, journals, and theses. All right, now we're gonna move to the types of lexical cohesion analysis. Okay, so for the lexical cohesions, uh, some lexical cohesion and cohesion taxonomies from various researchers have similarities and differences. Halliday's and Hassan's lexical cohesion taxonomy comprises reiterations and collocation itself. But for the reiteration comprises repetitions, synonym, hyponym, melonym, antonym, and also the second one is collocations. These are the explanations towards the categories in for reiteration first. For the reiterations, is a lexical cohesion from that involves some parts such as like repetition, synonym, hyponym, melonym, antonym, and general word. So I'm going to explain it one by one. From the first one, it is from the repetition. Saying or doing something repeatedly is referred to as repetitions. For instance, while working in the fields, we spoke Dikuyu. Dikuyu was in both inside and outside at home. It is called repetitions in this example. This indicates emphasis and serve as a lexical coherent device. This repetition is not only found easily on textbook, but it can be also found easily through song lyrics due to several repetitions that are commonly appeared. The second one, it is synonym. Synonym denotes that something is not exactly equivalent, and it is acceptable to claim that something has nearly the same meaning. This kind of repetition happens when two words have the same meaning but two different syntactical forms. However, words can scarcely have the same meaning in all contexts. For example, attractive can be changed into charming, appealing, charismatic, and so on and so forth. And the third one is hyponym. A connection between a certain class and its subclass is known as a hyponym relationship. Due to its similar scope, it is linked of one meaning to another. Accordingly, the top items are those that refer to the entire category, and the bottom items are those that refer to subclasses. For example, the bottom words indicate that there are numerous birds in the woodland. And from that example, birds are the instance of forest, as are owls, eagles, and parrots. And the fourth one is meronym. Meronym is a term used to describe a component or a member of something. For example, mom tells the children to have lunch with spinach soup. A vegetable is always beneficial for body. In this context, the word vegetable is superordinate because it refers to the spinach. And the fifth one is antonym. This is another kind of collocation, although it also seems like total oppositeness. It manifests like the converses. For example, big is an opposite word from small, whose the meaning are completely different. The last one is general word. The general words which correspond to the major lexical item classes are used very frequently and forcefully. For instance, the old building can collapse due to the constructions. That old building needs to be renovated as soon as possible. The word thing is a general word substituting a specific word of building. And after that, like the first one is reiteration, and the second category is collocations. For the collocation itself, collocation is the study of words that naturally appear or go together in the speech. In other words, when one is mentioned, the other or other people in their group or family come to mind. A collocation consists of two or more words that are frequently used together, but when spoken by a native speaker, this combination sounds right. Other combination might be sound rough and natural, or also both. Okay, and then after that, it will be delivered by Silmi.
Okay, thank you very much for giving this chance to explain about procedure of lexical cohesion analysis in the research. Okay, as we know, okay, lexical is word that aim to shift of this topic, the topic or content of the reading in the text. And according to Holiday and Hassan, 2014, lexical is a word or word that reveals a topic or content of the text. Lexical word consists of several words. According to Holiday and Hassan 2014 also, lexical word consists of nouns, verbs, adjective, and words. Okay, therefore, to better understand if the study uses lexical cohesion analysis, I taken from the Holiday and Hassan 2014, there are points that need to be known. Namely, the first one, okay, the first procedure of lexical cohesion analysis research, the words is in the discourse, or the text must be chosen carefully. It aims to help readers to recognize and digest the contents of the topic of the text. And the second procedure, see the context of the text talking about what as a discussion material. KDN is more digest than a text. And the third one, see how the topic is described and developed in the text. It aims to better recognize and understand the context of the text in it. And the third procedure, the words are selected according to the context in the text. For example, pregnancy, nutrition, and blood pressure that is often present in the text but heard. And the last procedure, okay, choose the keywords in the text. Choose a keyword in the text, and this aims to make it easier for readers to know and understand quickly from the text. Once the reader find the keywords, the reader will be very quickly predict the contents of the text. And then that's all about procedure. And next, I found three of researches from lexical cohesion. The first one, an analysis of lexical cohesion on the student's writing. This research explain us or want to tell us about based on this study is the researcher wants to find lexical cohesion and a high level lexical cohesion, the type of students narrative writing especially, and the researcher tries to reveal the problem of writing in lexical cohesion, and also the researcher find out method used by students to solve the lexical type in writing narrative text. And the second example, assessing cohesion in children's writing, development of checklist. Um, this research explained that researchers look for the difference between uh, and within the development of how children learn to use these devices, and user cohesion in neglected in evaluation and writing instructions. Therefore, um, the researchers try to find out how to assess cohesion in the writings of children from grades 4 until 7 grades. Okay, researchers also tried to develop and evaluate the checklist prepared to assess the type of cohesiveness present in children's writing. And the last example, uh, the use of lexical cohesion among TESOL postgraduate students in academic writing. This research investigate the use of lexical cohesion between TESOL graduate students in their academic writing. The research collected 15 students in his research for taking essay as material to identify what lexical types were used and also how students use lexical cohesion in their writings. And the research and in the result revealed to there are 4 types. Okay, so for this research in the last example, the researcher found 4 types of lexical cohesion commonly used by students, such as repetition, synonym, antonym, and punctuation. Okay, that's all from me. Maybe back to moderator. Okay, for moderator, time is yours.
Okay, thank you guys, Khairunisa, Trasna, and Selmi Marudin. So we can conclude that question is a quality of effective writing. Cohesive writing helps the reader to understand how the details relate to the overall argument of a text and to follow it easily. The quality of cohesion in a written text is achieved by various means which make different elements of the text to hold together, like logical conjunction, grammatical referencing, lexical choice, and paragraphing, and the others. And so the lexical cohesion also occurs when noun, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs in a text relate to each other in some way. Like my friend said before, they might relate to each other in short, like repetition, synonym, and also collocation. So that's all from our groups. Thank you for your attention, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Can you please stop recording?